college games out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Goes out left, it's caught by Williams. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down and want to be a gain of 21 yards. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Saints are 1-0 on the year following a win in Week 1. And they've got a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this
and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Let's go now.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
18, run, 18, hurry.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Edwards, he's got it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Lions will take over. I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw in Cotton was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. He's at the 40. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You let them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this one. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. Just kidding. How about what he just did right there? Laying it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leading. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw. Thomas brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a good ball of defense in this one. It's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier and shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Down inside the 10. But he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly,
and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he lost the football. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on first down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now with 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. A nightmare in the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And a wrap is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Burrow. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Detroit.
I'm on, right?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Olave. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Let's go now.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down there on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out. There was nothing to show for his efforts.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
11, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Kamara trying the right side. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 3. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints extend their lead yet again.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. toward the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now rock solid because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Burrow will throw. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Burrow on play action. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time. But what's going to wind up being the final? Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Saints! Juwan Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are on their way to a 2-0 start. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was wide ago as he was held on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play and to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll set up a throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Saints. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wants to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just held on to their big lead. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.